Who better to give you a tour of New York than the architect who designed New York? First off, a lot of you have asked me, hey, did the train name stand for anything? Well, the G train stands for good thing you don't have any plans this weekend, and the 1 train stands for one of you tooted on here. Starting next year, all roads will be divided into a regular lane and a Dickensian lane. You're welcome, governor. They're sleeping. It's finally raining here, and honestly, the timing couldn't be worse. I just sent all of the city's umbrellas away to be resproinged. The 2 train stands for tooted on here, parentheses, one of you did. Just a reminder, please bring cushions to the glow turkey before he bangs his thanks gavel. Well, they don't tell you how much of this job is just appeasing minor deities. Found this bad boy on somebody's stoop. See if they left room for anybody else in here. Just see if I mentioned index. I don't want to talk about it. Who better to give you a tour of New York than the architect who designed New York? First off, let's address some controversy. Yes, I'm building a rat beach. But ask yourself, do you really hate rats? Or do you just hate that they're not tan? Soon all coffee shops in the city will be staffed by these robotic baristas. It'll streamline transaction times because who's gonna flirt with one of those things? Voters just approved a $1.2 billion bond for a new Ninja Turtles lair. Cowa budget, dudes. Might not be the tallest building in the world, but it's the highest. I actually don't know what that means. My assistant said you'd like it. The Williamsburg Savings Bank. You know, if you deposited $1 here in 2002, you'd now have $100 on a gift card to a Finance Bros salad startup called Caesar. People think that these were inspired by Tetris blocks, but there's an even more obscure Russian game. Sorry. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, no, remember those robot baristas? Somebody flirted with one. Yeah, no, that was the whole point. It's fine. I don't need a weekend. Who better to give you a tour of New York than the architect who designed New York? This place is a clever little play on Ghostbusters called Birdbusters. And oh no, they're bad at their job. Model for a new building? Obviously the real one will be much smaller. Oh, shh. If we're so quiet, we can observe one of New York's native species. So they do cook in herds. There's this one graffiti artist who I really hate, and I hope it just burns him up inside. What? No! I built this high-tech prison so this carousel can't harm anyone else, except now I need its twisted psychological insights to help me catch a rogue bumper car. Great, that ferry is stuck in time. Gonna have to reboot the whole city now. Ugh, now heads are displaying as subway cars? This whole town might need a firmware update. I'm just gonna go ahead and publish this update. That should do it. We have the most robust knife transit system in the world. Who better to give you a tour of New York than the architect who designed New York? I've heard you loud and clear, New Yorkers. You want more lines in more breakfast places because the most important meal of the day should take most of the day. New housing for the elderly. This fun mural commemorates what was actually a terrible weekend for me. Nice landmark building you got there. Hey, let's just drop a donut on it, okay? Please only press this button if you absolutely have to do a podcast. So this is a decoration for Conemas, which is Christmas for people who believe that Jesus is saving each of us a parking space in heaven. Part of some cultural exchange with Philadelphia. Dogs don't have shadows in here. I go inside for 1 second. I come back out, what do I see? A wizard has transformed my horse into this wheelless bike. I bet I know which one it was, too. Who better than the architect who designed New York to give you a tour of Tokyo? You call this pizza? Brace for lawsuit. The Chrysler building actually turns into one of these. Don't tell anyone. Ooh, the trains are so quiet. Well, our trains have to be loud to keep the conductor awake. Obvious ripoff of the Paris Hotel in Las Vegas. Oh, come on. Come up with your own name for the middle of town. Some bodega. Where are the bananas? Ah, here they are. Fine, they have a Prada tunnel, but we have a Queens Midtown tunnel. Supposedly this smells like New York, but I am getting 0 stranger sweat. Sure, this office supply store is fancy, but are the employees even mad at you? Fedora guy crossing. Okay, that's actually a good idea.